audience please rise?
Color guard, and jump. Colors.
Color guard, advance.
Forward, march.
Scout salute.
March time. March. Forward. March. Left, right, left. Color guard. Halt. Ready. Step. Carry. Colors. Present arms.
Please join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Please join with me in singing our nation's anthem.
Center, face, forward, march. Color guard, halt. Post, colors. Present arms. Order arms. Center face. Follow.
Please be seated. I invite Ryan Dobbs, Bishop of our troop-sponsoring congregation, to offer the invocation.
Our beloved Father in heaven, we come before thee this day with a unique opportunity to recognize these 15 young men who have worked diligently to attain the rank of Eagle Scout within the Boy Scout program. Father, as we begin this meeting, we are grateful for all those who have contributed their time, their energies, and have helped these young men to recognize their potential We thank Thee, Father, for this great country in which we live and for the freedoms that we enjoy. We ask that we may be mindful of those freedoms, that they have been purchased with a great cost, that we can honor the men and women who serve in uniform and protect our liberties and our freedoms. Please bless the leaders of our great country, that they will be inspired, that they will be led by Thy Spirit as they have been in the past, to make decisions that will continue to protect those freedoms that we enjoy. Please bless all of us as we participate in this meeting, that we will have a renewed sense of patriotism and honor, and especially duty to Thee. Father, we are grateful for the blessings that we enjoy as Thy sons and Thy daughters. We're grateful for our associations. We're grateful for the Boy Scout program and for the influence it is on the lives of these young men. And ask that Thou will continue to bless them as they go forward, that they will be able to represent their families, their country, and the Boy Scout program for the rest of their lives with honor and with integrity. We ask that Thy Spirit will be with us in this meeting, that all who are going to participate may be able to do so in a manner that is pleasing unto Thee. Father, we love Thee, and we leave You with these words in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
My name is Christian Arnold. I am the Venturing Crew President in Troop 007, and as such, it is my honor to open this court of honor. We would like to recognize our distinguished guests and ask that they stand as I read their names. In the audience tonight, we have President Len Johnson of the Reno, Nevada North State, Bishop Brian Dobbs of the LDS Mogul Ward, McQueen High School Principal Sue Denny, Nevada Area Council President Jeff L. Whitaker. We're grateful for your attendance and support. We gather here this afternoon to recognize the efforts of some of Scouting's best. The 15 who will be awarded their Eagle Scout badges this evening are my friends. I have loved my associations with each of them and hope that our friendship will be enduring. Besides myself, the Eagle Scout candidates who will celebrate tonight are Hunter Sykes, Carson Dobbs, John Artley, Tyson Fries, Jason Davis, Carter Moore, Ashton Oaks, Matthew Lish, Peyton Dobbs, Kyle Davis, Spencer Smith, Quentin Bishop, Stephen Watts, and Connor Ross. I would like to take this opportunity to extend Troop 007's gratitude to a few individuals and groups. First is the McQueen High School, or OTC's Color Guard, under the command of Cadet Master Sergeant Matthew Knopf. I thank our sponsoring organization, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and its leadership. I would like to thank all of the Scoutmasters, varsity team advisors, and venturing crew leaders who have encouraged and inspired us to receive this prestigious award. And last, we thank our loving parents who have been with each of us every step of the way, and who have at times worked harder than any of us to make this Court of Honor possible. This evening is the privilege of each of these Eagle candidates to be administered the Oath of Eagle by the Honorable Judge David Hardy. David Hardy is himself an Eagle Scout, earning his Eagle Scout Award in 1982. He joined the U.S. Army during his senior year of high school, where he was trained to be an airborne paratrooper and was active duty in Korea and Louisiana. David Hardy later served a full-time mission for the LDS Church in Scotland and married his wife, Mary Elizabeth, soon after returning home. He attended Brigham Young University, where he earned his Bachelor of Science degree in 1990 and a law degree in 1993. Judge Hardy then went on to earn his Master's in Judiciary Studies in 2008 at UNR, as well as a PhD in 2015. Judge Hardy was appointed to the District Court in 2005, where he served for 6 years in the Family Division and 5 years in the Civil Criminal Division, and has recently concluded 4 years as Chief Judge of the 2nd Judiciary District Court, and served as the President of the Nevada District Judges Association. On a personal note, all my life I've seen Judge Hardy sit just to my left at church. He's a close family friend and is someone who I respect tremendously. Judge Hardy has graciously agreed to act as Master of Ceremonies for our program this afternoon. Please join with me in welcoming the Honorable Judge David Hardy to the stage.
Good afternoon and welcome to this historic event. I'm delighted to be a small part of the ceremony. I trust that you will be touched, will be inspired by its symbolism. Scoutmasters, every scouter can quickly harken back and know the name and mannerisms of his scoutmaster. Scoutmasters are eternally embedded into a scouter's soul. When I think about my scoutmaster, Ivan Amy, who would find it amusing that I stand here today because I was a scouter that he tolerated 40 years ago and that ultimately he learned to love. And he may be surprised by the way his scouters' lives unfolded. I hope not too surprised. But our life journeys are not static. They are fluid. They move according to many pressures and social changes. Sometimes these changes are good, and often they surprise us. Our communities change over time. Some change is good, always inescapable, and some change is regrettable. There are some within our communities, within our nation, who believe that the path to social progress includes a repudiation of the past. The more cynical among us abandon transcending principles, whether spiritual or secular. As I think about the changes in my life, the changes in our communities, the changes in our nation, I'm struck by the unchanging nature of the scouting program and the Eagle Scout. Our Eagle Scouts today represent the same values of discipline, dedication, and accomplishment that Eagle Scouts have embodied for more than a decade, for more than a century, since 1911. Like then, our Eagle Scouts today flow from strong mothers, committed families, selfless leaders, and they and you who love them illustrate that enduring principles, transcending principles, should not change, but should remain static. Now, my mother is here. She wanted me to be an Eagle Scout. She wanted it as I approached my 18th birthday. She wanted it, I think, more than I did, like many Scouter mothers. She told me that becoming an Eagle Scout would shape my character and would bless me as an adult in ways that I couldn't understand when I was young. She told me that being an Eagle Scout would create opportunities in life. And now, 40 years later, 30 plus years later, she's right. And I want to share 3 ways that the Eagle Scout has blessed me as an adult, and I am confident that our 15 new Eagle Scouts today will experience some enhancement, some open opportunity in their lives. The first is selfish, and that involves my relationship with my wife. She didn't know much about the scouting program. She didn't have a brother. She had one sister, but she knew innately that she wanted to marry an Eagle Scout. She thought that something about being an Eagle Scout was distinctive. And becoming an Eagle Scout allowed me to persuade her to join with me throughout my lifetime. And I think, well, I don't know, but I think maybe that it was on that questionnaire box that she had prepared at some point in her life that she could check off. I don't have any sons. I have 3 daughters. And in our family, we have raised our daughters to love Eagle Scouts. We have attended their service projects for 20 years now. We've talked about Eagle Scouts. And they want to marry Eagle Scouts. My one son-in-law is an Eagle Scout. There's another boy who's attempting to become my son-in-law. He too is an Eagle Scout. Our baby girl arrived in Reno Thursday night with a boy. And at dinner, I didn't ask him, "Are you an Eagle Scout?" I asked him, "Tell me about your Eagle Scout project." Because I knew not being told that I knew she would not bring a boy all the way from school to have us meet him if he didn't hit the standards that she established for her life. So today, there are 15 prospective wives and in-law families whose questionnaire check boxes have been marked. They're not going to vote to the young men today, but trust me, they have opened the door to better opportunities. When I graduated from law school, I deeply wanted to work for the Nevada Supreme Court. Each law graduate, few law graduates have the opportunity to work in chamber 1 year with a judge. It is by appointment only, and it's highly competitive. And I wanted to work at the Nevada Supreme Court, and I interviewed and was selected by a judge who later told me that one of the reasons he selected me was because I was an Eagle Scout. I placed that accomplishment in a visible place in my resume because it is something that I am proud of and something that I think distinguishes me from others. And then 11 years ago, I had an opportunity to visit with Governor Kenny Gwynn in his office at the state capitol. He had an hour to interview me and to determine if I was worthy to sit in judgment of others. He was considering other attorneys at the time. And like I had done before, I placed my Eagle accomplishment as part of my life story. And I didn't know what he was going to ask me. I tried to guess the questions, and then I wrote canned responses that would apply to several questions that I could kind of work my way to a comfortable place in my preparation. What I had not prepared for were his questions about the scouting program and my involvement in the scouting program. We talked at great length about the scouting program and about my accomplishment as an Eagle Scout. He was then in the leadership structure before becoming governor. When he was the superintendent of the schools in Clark County, he was part of the leadership structure in the Boy Scouts and had asked special permission to complete his Eagle as an adult. And as you can guess, that request was denied. His time had expired. There's a short time in our lives to accomplish the Eagle Award and an entire life to think about our accomplishment. I later learned from his chief of staff that he selected me in part because of my Eagle accomplishment. Eagle Scouts are generally successful in life. They're honorable, they're trustworthy, loyal, courageous, willing to serve. I don't know, but I suspect that in the thousands of people that I've seen in my criminal docket, that I could count the Eagle Scouts on one hand. We don't ask that question. But today is a mark in a life that began several years ago. And that life trajectory will bypass many of the problems that we experience because of the qualities associated with your accomplishments. So as I mentioned, these young men today are a credit to themselves, to their family, to our community, to their school, to the sponsoring organization, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. These Scouters will help preserve an unchanging legacy of excellence associated with Eagle Scout. I'm pleased to welcome them to a small, distinguished group of men who have earned a reputation for character, for service, and for leadership. And I know virtually all of these 15 young men. I have the privilege of teaching a Sunday school class for men and women, young men and women, who are juniors and seniors in high school. Not all of the Scouters tonight have reached that class yet. But I know that these young men are not just Scouters on one designated night per week. They're not just scouters when their mothers are watching. They're not just scouters on Sunday. If I could go back in time and rewrite some of my choices, it would be a signal choice would be to associate, to fall deeply within and be encircled by these men. Through them, some of my own cynicism is cured, and my hopes for the future are elevated. I'm profoundly proud of them this evening. In addition to the awards that will be given in person, each scouter has received a personal letter of commendation from many people. Reno Temple President Tsukamoto, Elder Robbins of the Presidency of the 70, Reno Mayor Hillary Sheedy, Congressman from the 2nd District here in Northern Nevada, Mark Amodei, United States Senators Heller and Reed, our own Governor Brian Sandoval, and the General Young Men's President Stephen Owen. Each of those letters should become part of the Scouters' story and be cataloged in the accomplishments that their wives and their children and their grandchildren will review long past their youth and their lives. I now invite President David Peterson to offer a few remarks. He is the president of the Young Men's Program in the Mogul Ward. Come on forward, President. Following David's remarks, there will be a video presentation, and then I'll have a few comments after that. President Peterson.
Well, this is a great event and a great gathering that we have here. And I wanted to tell the boys how proud I am of them, to have watched them grow over the years I've known them, from when they were 8, 9 years old, to where they are now in their prime as youth, ready to enter into the world. The accomplishment of the Eagle Scout, like has been mentioned before, is a great one, and will be with these boys their whole lives. And I want to congratulate them for all the hard work they did. And I also wanted to kind of give the story of the genesis of this evening. Mark Arnold, the Venture Crew Advisor, came to me after looking at the rolls and saw that we had 15 Life Scouts. And thought, wouldn't that be great if all 15 of these Life Scouts earned their Eagle in 2015? And as we shared this concept and idea with the boys, it really caught fire. It became a group effort between the boys as a motivation for each other, between the leaders as a motivation to help the boys, among the parents, among the merit badge counselors in the ward, and amongst the community and the ward as a whole, to achieve this great achievement, an individual achievement, but to do it as a group as well. And so I submit that each of these boys, as they will remember their Eagles, will remember their individual accomplishments as well as the accomplishments of the group as a whole. There are 3 scout leaders that we have who have been very instrumental in helping these boys achieve their goals. And while from scout leaders as Cub Scouts or young men's leaders, to not exclude anybody, I'd like to recognize the 3 current scout leaders who have really helped and bring these boys to their Eagle Scout. So if I could, I'd like to invite up those 3 scout leaders, our Boy Scout Scoutmaster, Shane Sykes, our varsity crew leader, Josh Kipp, and our venture crew leader, Mark Arnold. parents of our boys have gotten together and created this award for our scout leaders, who often go unrecognized for all the hard work that they do. It says their name, and thank you for giving us the vision to see what we can become and giving us the vision that is ours forever. And then it lists all the individual boys who achieved their eagle. So again, I'd like to welcome all of these boys to the Eagle's Nest and thank our scout leaders for all the hard work that they have done.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hunter Sykes. For my Eagle project, I built a bridge behind Mountain View Montessori near Minogue High School. The best part about it was putting it over the creek because it covered the creek a ton better than the other bridge and will last a very long time. The part I learned the most about this Eagle project was how to advocate and get people to work with my schedule.
Hi, my name is Carson Dobbs, and for my Eagle Scout project, I organized a group of about 25 people and went to the Veterans Cemetery in Fernley, Nevada, and we took pictures using GPS of the headstones, and we ended up preserving over 10,000 headstones.
Hi, my name is John Artley, and for my Eagle Scout project, I did a project to raise awareness for sepsis, and in this project, I hosted a symposium that talked about sepsis, its symptoms, and stories about people who have lived with this condition, and it was hosted for paramedics in training at the Truckee Meadows Community College, and the way this project will have a lasting impact is when those paramedics go out into the real world and have to diagnose people, then they'll be able to suspect this condition, which is very important in the early hours, as it can be fatal within a few dozen hours.
Hi, I'm Tyson Fries. I made a puppet theater for the Northwest Regional Library for my Eagle project. And the hardest thing about it was figuring out what it should look like, because I'm not very good at that.
Hi, my name is Jason Davis, and for my Eagle Scout project, I painted a map of the United States on the well-known elementary school playground where I went to school.
Hi, my name's Carter Moore, and for my Eagle Scout project, I went with my dad to Guatemala to build garden boxes for native people, and I loved it. It was great.
Hi, I'm Ashton Oaks. I collected supplies to go into care packages to go to troops overseas. I worked with a group known as Blue Star Mothers America. They are a nonprofit organization who have children who are in the military, and they collect supplies and send them off to their children and their buddies.
Hi, my name is Matthew Lish, and for my Eagle project, I painted a giant map of the United States on a playground at Teed Elementary in Kuna, Idaho. And one of the problems I ran into was that we ran out of yellow paint because I accidentally chose most of the massive states to be yellow, like Texas and Nevada. And so we ran out of paint, but one of my friends, Brother Barris, he had extra parking lot paint that we used. And I learned that it's important to be a leader and be prepared.
Hey, my name is Peyton Dobbs. For my Eagle Scout project, I got 65 people together and we went to the Mountain View Cemetery and took GPS photographs of the headstones to preserve the information on them. The hardest part of it was probably getting everybody rides and organized into areas in the cemetery, but everybody was very helpful, so it was not too bad.
Hi, my name is Kyle Davis, and for my Eagle Scout project, I repaired a rock wall at Idlewild Park. It took 114 hours, and the hardest part was moving rocks into their positions and mortaring them in.
Hi, I'm Spencer Smith. For my Eagle Scout project, I painted a map at Elmcrest Elementary School on the playground, and the toughest part was freehanding the map for 12 hours.
Hello, I'm Quentin Bishop. My Eagle Scout project was going to the Mother of Sorrow Cemetery and GPSing and the graves. The hardest part was definitely just unburying them, just these graves that I've never seen. The day and years, so it was really nice right after to do that and just for everybody to see all those graves.
Hi, my name is Christian Arnold, and for my Eagle Scout project, I built a little library for the Northern Nevada Literacy Council, as well as did a book drive to stack the bookshelf with books.
Hi, I'm Steven, and when we were doing our archery merit badge down at the Carson City Archery Range, I noticed that the place could use a little bit of help, so I talked to the guy, and we figured out a plan for an Eagle Scout project I could do. And so I got to the planning, and when we showed up, I had 30 people show up, and we did a lot of work. We painted signs that said no broadhead arrows for the targets, and on the backs of the signs they had hooks for you to put your bows. And we went around to all the targets through the trails, and we raked and shoveled to clean the trails up, picked up a lot of trash, and we painted these distance markers that were little cement slabs about that big in, and they had colors for difficulty and numbers for the amount of yards away the target was. And so we painted those, and afterwards we ate pizza, and they let us use their equipment and shoot around a little bit, and it was a good time, and we did a good project.
Hi, I'm Connor Ross, and for my Eagle Scout project, I painted conflict resolutions at Bird Elementary. There's 4 steps, and children go through it in order so they learn how to get through the conflicts together in a peaceful way.
now my privilege to convene the Eagle's Nest. I invite all who have earned the Eagle rank to please come to the stage and be seated in the Eagle's Nest on the second and third rows. Men, come on forward. The next part of our ceremony is highly orchestrated, and we're all confident we'll have to accommodate unexpected changes. But each young Eagle Scout deserves the right to be recognized individually. And so as I call the names sequentially, the Eagle Scout will come forward with his mother. The Scoutmaster will assist in preparing the pins. The father will pin the Eagle badge on the Scout. And then the Scout in turn will pin the Eagle, I think it's a pin, lapel pin, on both mother and father. The notes that Mark Arnold wrote indicate that the Scouter will hug his father and kiss his mother. Joining this group will be Jeff Whitaker, who is the Nevada Area Council President. He will hand the Boy Scouts of America certificate and our nation's flag to each Scouter. I want to note that each Scouter will receive a neckerchief slide that was prepared for this event, prepared by the Scout leaders. It's a silver $1. And the Scoutmasters have welded a cylinder ring to the back of it. And the Scoutmasters elected this particular emblem because first we are the Silver State. Each silver dollar was printed in 2015, the year that the Scouting Award was completed. And the facing side of the coin is a picture of the American Eagle with the inscription, United States of America. So at this time, I begin with Hunter Sykes. He will be awarded the same Eagle pin that was awarded to his grandfather, Dwayne Sykes, 62 years ago in 1954. Hunter is the 15th boy in an unbroken line of children and grandchildren to receive this same badge at the hands of their grandfather. Now, Scouters, as you receive your awards, make sure that your back is to the nest and your front is to the audience. We have loved ones and photographers.
we have a tradition in our family. You were the 14th person in an unbroken chain to receive your Eagle Award. And as a symbol of the accomplishments and expectations that come with this accident, for each of the previous 14 have gone on to finish with expectations to finish high school, serve mission, finish college, marry the temple, and be an active member of the community and active in the future. This badge, which I received 64 years ago, 1952, the same badge, but we were temporarily getting this on you as part of this tradition. And you eventually did it on your sons and that's the one that's on reserve. When you get yours back, you're shining.
Carson Dobbs, joined by his parents and varsity coach Josh Kim. John Artley, joined by his parents and varsity coach, Josh Kidd. Tyson Freeze, joined by his parents and varsity coach, Josh Kidd. Tyson has a special one. Carter Moore, joined by his parents and varsity coach, Josh Kipp. Ashton Oates, joined by his parents and venturing creator Mark. Matthew Lesh, joined by his parents, and venturing crew leader Mark Arnold.